blessing, I time and I effort, I rest. The brothers giving up the end, the premise from there. The work of my life without again.
I lyrical
Master.
Play Paris, who make on you, I can't Sktvlib benyo. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And yes, I know money, and more I yo. And you love
Sktvlib, the best in Liberia. Sktvlib, the best in Africa. Sktvlib, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktvlib, the best in Liberia. Sktvlib, the best in Africa. Sktvlib, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. The work with my life without fear. From Grandfather, Nima to Lufa. From Riverside, River G to Chile. From Cancun, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Bacalu. From Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktvlib, the best in Liberia. Sktvlib, the best in Africa.
Indeed, Sktvlib, it is the best in Liberia. Sktvlib, it is the best in Africa, and Sktvlib, it is the best and around the world. So, folks, indeed, this song, it is indeed magnificent, beautiful song. Saying that, saying all of the truth. We are the best because why? We give you all of the facts that you need to know. We come right to your doorstep with all of the information. We also allow you to also be part of our discussion also on Sktvlib show. And that our stream though, even in the midst of all of the struggles and all of the hauling and pulling, some days good, some days bad. That's the life. Life by itself, the high and low. Some days good, some days bad. That's why you don't predict the kind of day you want. So the only thing you do is so let me see quickly. Let me just take this break quickly. I'll be right back after this break.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The blessing, the time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving up the end, the premise from there. The work of my life without again.
I lyrical
Master.
Play Paris, who make on you, I can't Sktvlib benyo. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And yes, I know money, and more I yo. And you love
Sktvlib, the best in Liberia. Sktvlib, the best in Africa. Sktvlib, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah. Oh.
Must hold rather lover and grandfather.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking for podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out part of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rare. The broadcast we giving are real and the promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandpa to Nima to Lufa, from River Test, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombay, Cape Town, Montserrat to San to Backbolu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktvlib the best in Liberia. Sktvlib the best in Africa.
We are the best in Africa. Thank you so much for holding on for that short or break. Indeed, today is the 19th of May. Wow. Oh wow. That's what I mean. The month of May. For me, I don't want to even listen to May just running with speed. No, you got to hold on a little bit. May don't fly too much. People are working. Some people have their their is that AARD? They have to achieve. So when you running this, then you will get some people blood pressure. So don't do that. The month of May. Slow down small before you go, because by the time we enter June now, then the year feeling divided into two. So May, please hold on. You're running too much. But again, folks, 7 minutes past 6. That's the time check. Please let's share the show. Those of you who are joining us, indeed, let's share the show. A wonderful Monday. It's good to be alive. That's the thing. He said the bird, it don't pray what for long fellow, right? Because so what we do, we pray for long life, because as long we are alive, the fellow will continue to come. That means all of the blessing will come. So again, folks, today is Monday. We have so many things to talk about, so many things on our decks, and the rest of the team will be joining us very, very soon, especially from Nimba and that of Zredru. Muna is setting up already to join us very, very soon from Zredru, Granjide County, and that of Cyprian Colley, or the rest of the team there too, also from Nimba County. They will be joining us this evening. But today we have a very wonderful topic. Like I think we told you people sometime, on Wednesday or Tuesday, that indeed today we're going to be looking at the entire labor system of our country. I said, well, maybe when will we get that leader? So we'll go to our topic, but we will inform you about some of the happening back home, and yes, what we do, while we are sharing the show and so forth. So please share the show, give us a like, share and comment. The reason why some of you are running up and down is just because of bad labor, in our society, right? So we'll look at all that, the decent work out of 2015 and so forth, here and there, and people becoming celebrity in the eyes of our people. We'll look at all of this thing today, and you too, you also get the opportunity to also be part of our discussion here this evening. But first of all, let's share the show. The present morning. Yes, so let's be sharing the show for while we do some. So okay, Muna is already by our side here. Let me see how best to bring Muna on. I don't know whether she ready. Yes, Muna, good evening. I don't know whether you ready. If you're ready, then
Maybe I'm ready. I didn't even. It just I'm no singer for now. Me later will change.
No, no wahala, mama. I know this thing happened in the technical, in fact, especially in the current technology what I was living. But go ahead, mama. How everything?
Yeah, everything relatively calm. It's good to be back here today again. After a wonderful weekend, we are back. Yeah, Monday, the first working day in the week. Very hectic day. Yeah, let's go be back anyway on SKTV.
Yeah, headache. I don't know, Mona, what are you really like weekend? Sometimes you like for you to go out for the weekend.
My husband,
Mona,
I don't even go on weekend.
you say?
I don't go about weekend though.
I'm not getting you. You say,
I don't go for a weekend. You getting me?
yes, I'm getting go ahead.
Yeah, work. No time to go out weekend. Work throughout the week. Monday, straight Saturday. Only Sunday I get to rest with me. Do laundry and to clean it up. Horse chores and all of that.
Okay. But but
Yeah.
but but my question is, do you enjoy weekend? Like for example, some people say, I don't like the working days. I just like I just like the weekend, because during the weekend sometimes you have your day time to chill, sometimes to watch football games, sometimes sometimes to do a lot of things. But during the working time or the working days, you maybe some people don't just like. Oh, I'm asking whether you really
So
like
from
working.
for me, from like from Monday straight Friday, I don't really do too much fun. But Saturday, I love weekend anyway because Saturday sometimes maybe I got like you need to come on the radio, present programs. Yeah, and Sunday stay home,
Yeah,
watch. Yeah,
see,
all of that.
sometimes
Rest.
some people can say from Monday to Friday, sort of politics, me, and that go for weekend so that we can get to the different things. And that's the fact though, because sometimes some people they don't really like too much of hardcore politics. Every time when they put a radio on, they listen to they hear all of the things happening in the country. Some people just feel frustrated and say, like, weekend warrior and come quick. But
Just
like,
say we can make an account. Let person relax that man, stress with that, yeah man, all of that. It tends
yes,
to the one, yeah, it tends to the talking, it tends to this. Then we can make an account.
yeah, man. But my weekend was great because I was celebrating with my little daughter,
Yeah,
Fina made a Fula.
I want to say we're very fine. I want to see
Ye-
activities.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
You
thank
know,
you.
let me tell you, someone asked me, so I was telling her, I said, but if the single people association when they can celebrate over then Mona, then what? So we who are married and God gave us a blessing. You don't want us to celebrate. You want us to what? To be maybe acting ungrateful to God because people complain Mona and say, some of you yeah let me celebrate. So no, for me, I'm grateful to God. That's why when I get any little gift, whether good or bad, I always appreciate God for that. But Mona, what say you when it comes to sometimes people see some of these celebrations as waste of time, waste of energy, waste of resources, and so forth.
Celebration, you see, for me, I love it because some people say, no, for me, it's not a waste of time. Because sometimes you do that, people come around, you'll sit and lecture, share fun together, toast together, and they know discussing thing. It's a very fun thing for me. Yeah, it's not a waste of time. But some people say, why they put their country spending money like this? Yeah, you're doing
Mona,
you get me?
wow. Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead. Okay.
Our internet, I twenty there. Our internet.
Ye-
Like when you call
yes.
for go there, you're sit, you're lecture and team, marry, make your toast. You have a friendship. Yeah, you have a friendship. And some people can do that for friendship. People come around, share fun, laugh together and thing, just like that. But it's good. Once you're in a position to do a little celebration, you can do that and thing. It's a very fun thing.
Yeah, Muna, thank you. Let me join you also to say to some of you who think that because of poverty, Muna, that's why today we'll be looking at the issue of labor, because people think that the little amount they make, even some of the money not coming in time, the frustrations and so forth. So they feel that sometimes to even have little, maybe juice or celebration, they see it as headache or something that is big. Because somebody saying somebody celebration, having party. Because in Liberia, when you talk about party, in fact, there are there are so many things involved, even into some of these things. And quickly, let just chip in before we move on to our topic today. Sometimes people go to parties. Sometimes we are carrying anything. What say you when it comes to that? It's a good way to behave. It's a good thing to do, or people do this thing just because sometimes they don't have, or maybe they don't want to give.
No, they got some people rest, some people they might not have it, but they'll come there. But they got some people they will have it, but they don't. It's a very good thing when you go into a party, even if you don't have it, but at least you show that appreciation. You go there, you do that appreciation of somebody that invited at a party, go there. But sometimes when we tie down, hold on, we say poverty. It's not your business for the business. You will have to look for yourself. And sometimes if you say you want to do something, oh, I get money, they calculating, they calculating, they want, then you stay there because you're still not calculating. But it's good when you go on a party because for tomorrow to right, tomorrow to you'll be in that position to celebrate and thing, you will invite people. They might come there, they will come there, they sit and share with you, it's not get late envelope, just have fun to merry make. But it's very good, some people can do it deliberately. Some people will say, I get it. I got it. But for
Yeah,
me,
seriously.
like for me,
Mhm.
once I'm invited or any party for that matter, if even I can't do 100%, but I should do something. Yeah, for my own saying, prestige now. I should do something at least one good at least. That when you talking here, you can get voice, you can be heavy. But you just go sit down party and put down do all the things you need put one or you put who food and thing.
Yeah,
No,
wedding, Muna, and Muna, this is interesting though. People go for weddings, they go for so many occasions, especially when they give you maybe invitation. Somebody gave you invitation and said, okay, you are invited to my program. And you swing your hands up and down. You go to that program that Muna even talking. Even if you're not able to buy something, maybe you forget. The Muna say, look for one of the envelope, even if that little amount, you put that little amount into the envelope because Muna, he just nailed something. He said something that's so interesting. People don't know the meaning of do unto others as you want others to do unto you. The measure you use, that's the thing, that's the same thing that will come to you. People don't easily visit people, Muna. People don't easily attend people programs or so forth. Even if you give them invitation, they won't go. Some people, they're just in a habit of giving all kinds of excuses. Oh, today, I get trust. Every day we complain in this country about things. But guess what, though? But then something happened. Something seriously happened to that person. The person will think that they don't have anything. They will go somewhere and get money or get that transport, what they talk about that they don't have. So I think Mona, these things are indeed interesting, and our people, I think we have to desist from the kind of attitude. Some of us, if you're given opportunity to go for programs, even whether it's wedding, what kinds of program is that, and people recognize you and say, okay, you are invited to my program. You go, don't swing your hands up and down, or don't carry empty, don't carry yourself like that. The Mona is saying it's not good, it is embarrassing. So you have to at least, if a little amount, put that amount into an envelope. That will help at least for people to say, this person, I mean, they miss something, than to just swing your hands and go for people programs, go to places. And Mona said, you take all the one. Mona, that's true.
everything. And people who in a habit that didn't when we do it to them, they will carry complaint all around, all around. They can have them who in a
Mona is
habit.
little. They will take all the one, they take all, in fact, yeah, no, but the country interesting. Not like us as people, but people actually that's not a good start. If you're going for people thing, you're going for occasions, you're going for program, at least you carry something. That's it. Especially for even Mona, Ali for child. Maybe the person give birth and so on. You go. None of they thank God for pimples, right? At least they have pimples. And
Yeah,
pimples
yeah,
they
yeah.
just father up for the I don't know they call it the bag or something, right, Mona?
Yeah, the paper's bad.
Yes, father up for that little one. And I'm talking about that whole entire something, no, but that little pack or something, it's father up. That one you can buy it to carry to that person that you're going to go and speak to them. But the issue of giving, we only believe in giving the politicians and the pastors. Muna, that how we look. Muna,
Sure, yeah, that will be giving politicians, giving pastors and things. Yeah,
seriously.
daddy, we go in there. I won't believe in.
Well, that's good. Muna, let's go on now. What's the news there in Zwedru? What are some of the news happening there in Zwedru on our home time? What's up?
Yeah,
Everything.
ladies, I did thank God. The most talk about those street, the death trap, the project kick off yesterday. Yeah, so the guys probably go yesterday. The project kick off, so thank God for that. That one is ongoing. Yeah, to see how best that bro can be in the better position for both the person that freed before. And also another story also the disabled, the physical challenge community, they are calling on lawmakers in the county that time for voting, they will get to them, they will walk to them, even in a hole, they will get to them. But that time kind of dead, and now they're crying to see how best we can get a project and think that house to build a house, get a project to see how best they can help them and do that project for them. It becomes something else. It becomes something they say, but right now, they put it out, they're crying right now. They are crying right now. They will tell you, say that, oh, when politician wants something, they will go to us, will be crying, but now they're there. When we want something for them, they don't want to yell or cry. So one of the major thing right now in the county. Also, the influx of Burkina Faso, the people are trying to see how best they can get them to the police station, immigration, get particular on them to see how influx of Burkina Faso is too much in the county, in those river forests and things in Grand Chile County.
Thank you, Muna. My brother James Mambaro. Let me say good evening to all of you. Elizabeth Bowen, Edward Precious, Aliu Masale, Sidiki Toure, James David, Robert Fasula, Jacqueline. Good evening to all of you, Trocom Mo, and the rest of you. My brother Jim asking if you are the one always getting maybe invited and not inviting people to occasions. Can you blame the person for showing up without gift? I don't know what you're talking about, Muna. Are you asking? Yeah. Even when people gave you invitation, Jim, that don't speak for them that people recognize you. Right, Muna? All right, so Muna step off the line.
But that alone, it speak volume.
Yeah, that don't speak for them
the person go to you with that communication. That communication alone they get to you.
So that don't tell you that, my brother, people like you, or that in fact that people want you to be part of them. That's just it. So don't give excuses. Oh, why you give me invitation every time I'm receiving invitation? Every time I'm receiving invitation. No. So thank God for that. That people at least recognize you. So I'm not feeling. And secondly to that question, it's not good that always you allow or yourself to always be with people all the time, and they don't visit you. The reason why you see sometimes people don't visit people is that because you think that you are poor too much to the extent that you don't even want to make any way for people to come to your house, for them to come and visit you. Some of us are how we look. We don't like to go to people's places because we don't want to clean our homes. We don't, and that's it, right?
Yeah, but that's it. Why Jean said it's true because sometimes people invite people, they'll go for party, they celebrate, they do everything. But one day, they don't say, oh, today I having water. Just having water or drinking my heart. They are invited. No, it can't happen one day. It as soon somebody come in, I got it. What's that? I got it. But every day they should be the people party around here. They should have invite them. And so now anybody at hospital will come and visit you soon. They will tell you, I'll not be there. And I will not be there. I will wait that time. I'll not be there. I'll not be there. I was there. But I didn't want every celebration or every occasion. They don't want to miss it. They want that. Well, we're going to hold this one inviting you. We're giving people, they inviting you and things. So one day, sir, you get any day, one day that you call someone to your house to invite people to your place. Every day, when they go there, when they go after that eating, they take it away. They don't let nothing else take away. They good at that.
So when you make yourself in a form and manner that you don't want for people to visit you, you are the only person who want to receive. Well, then that's a life that you think you want to live. But for me, I don't think that's a good life. Always, when you visit, let people to visit you. Some of you don't even allow people to even go to your house to go a meeting. And Muna said, and she's right. So again, people, let's move. Muna, so many things happening back home in the nation capital, but there are just few of these things that caught my attention, especially coming from the local data this morning. One of them come from the Independent newspaper, and there were questions asked as to whether 200 million vantage as Senate launches prep in fact investigation. So that was a question asked on the Independent newspaper about 200 million vantage. What, and also getting report. Let me see from the other local data that 48 million also. When is this people? These things. Every time money you're losing. Oh, good. Well, that's very interesting. But I can't quote the Muna before we go because our topic for today, Muna, is the labor. And we'll ask you about your own take. But we're also getting a report that allegedly that 48 million also vanished between the CSC boss and that of the Ministry of Finance. That's the information I'm looking for that newspaper also too. But I think my hand slip of the newspaper. So yeah, so Muna, let's move straight now into our topic because we've gone nearly 25 minutes into our time. And good evening again to those of you who just joining us. Kakura David, good evening. Thank you so much for watching. Travis Bachu, thank you so much also for watching. And those of you who are also joining who've been here with us, please let's share the show. Indeed. So Muna, today our topic today is about the labor system of our country. I don't know what say you, but we have a very terrible labor system, ranging from the government herself, who's supposed to be the the protector of the labor. The government people are salaries. Salaries are not the same. Salaries people make 150 and so forth. Where you have other people making somewhere around at 15,000, 5,000, 8,000, and you have somebody making 150. But let's go back to the Decent Work Act of 2015. And I know whether some of you are checking all of these things because sometimes the government just makes some of the laws, but at the end of the month, they don't even go by the laws. So the Republic of Liberia Decent Work Act 2015, the purpose of this act are to promote the attainment of decent work in Liberia, according to this act of yes. So the Liberia new labor law comments to Decent Work Act. The new law prohibits termination of employment on ground that will be discriminatory, including gender, race, and participation in trade union, and so for back to back. They have so many of these things. Mona, then we'll go back to the question I was asked also in the Decent Work Act in Liberia. The minimum wage rate, according to the Decent Work Act, is $15 Liberian. Yes, according to them, or 15 is that Liberian or 15 US. I'm saying $15 per hour as of January 1. I don't know which one is there, but I don't think yeah. So all in all, Muna, what say you with the entire labor system, our labor system? We haven't seen that kind of leader, a president, a robust president who will come out today and say, okay, my focus is going to be how to upgrade our people, to take them from poverty, even those few ones who are working, as to what's going to be happening to them, their lives, and so forth. Can we safely say that at least the minimum of maybe the minimum wage of or maybe salaries and so forth should be around 300 USD per month? At least that should be the least salary, even in government entity. Because if government herself paying people 150 mona, then what kind of more strength or what kind of more power they have to regulate people on how to pay people, how not to pay? Because if you are even paying below the belt and you have people making 150, 125, some even some are also saying $90. LD people are saying $90. People are saying 75. Some people are even saying $100, and these salaries are not even exact. So Mona, we have our nurses who are even working to some of the private institutions like clinics, hospitals, and so forth that are even making 10,000 Liberian dollars. We have the store boys who are also making 10,000 Liberian dollars per month. Just imagine though, but you will have even in that same store, if one, maybe the store owner brother or family members or maybe closer other will not make that money. But you will have your own Liberian who's supposed to have something better, at least to be able to develop his or her life, will be making little or nothing. So Mona, do you think that just because of all of these things, that's why the poverty is, maybe people will say, quote unquote, seeing the way it is today, that people are not happy, people are working but nothing for them to depend on. Some people are working for more than 10, 50 years, nothing for them to show. People are, just sacrificing, but at the end of the day, they become beggars, practically. So Mona, what say you?
Remember, for me, I think if the government are going back the law, they were to be done. But they're not going back because even when you're labor, when you see the what people doing, Some people work 24 hours. And when they tell you the money they are earning, the money they can spend a month and more than what they can carry home on one end. You got transportation, people paying transportation. They got paying rent. All of that. Now you see, people that are working, serving, doing the right thing, they're making $90. Some police officers, nurses. You see that money they're making, but they'll make sure they go to work every day. So then what the labor ministry is doing? What are they doing? Or if they go to the people and they can bribe them or what? So the right can be done. And they will see what people going to maybe go to the private sectors and things. You see how people working. But when they tell you the money they earn a month, maybe you get frustrated. You feel very, very much frustrated because what will do for you? Somebody they give you $50 US, $90. $70 money there, you pay transportation. Somebody even eat. Sometimes even eat on the job site, even eat in there. To drink water, say when I put bar water, you bag there, you so you can post on your tongue. Then what do we have the labor ministry? What are they doing? What do we have then? Because I think they are there to make sure that the right thing is done. All the sectors, we say all the sectors and things, all the offices and things, go see what is happening there. What are those things workers are going through in that entity, in that area where they work? For the area, but I don't know they're working or what. They just sit in there, or when they take bribe against small money and they just sit down and nothing is happening. Then we say we get labor ministry in the country. We got in the work counties. What are they doing? Are they people to see how people working and how much you earning? But the law we have, right? If the law we are putting the law into practice, the right to be done. The right to be done. But other than that, we say that because some people, look, some people working when they tell you say how much I'm making, somebody can walk. They can walk. So they ain't going credit. Even when they credit that money, the money they take it can't reach that money they credited.
Mona, let me ask you this question. So, like for example, if you even make 150, the government is posting off saying, oh, okay, nobody making 74 again. People they're making 150. Good, granted. Like so, someone said government is the one that even policy bad labor system. You're right. Let me tell you, and I will join you on this one. This government of Liberia is for Africa. That's why you see the poverty is glaring everywhere. People are traveling back to back just because the bad labor system in Africa is just too much. Where in this world that you will see leaders, people who's supposed to lead by an example, turning into celebrity. Somebody rents $45,000 car to an entity, and you have someone who transporting his or herself to work back to back with 150 USD, and you think that is a normal thing? But you sit there and you are like, the media, yes. Let me tell you, the media institution for me, because you are the example of bad labor practice. Are you not one of the example? Where you have teachers, people are sacrificing, even doing volunteer work for God's sake. Even somebody move from the horse in the morning time and say, okay, let's go do volunteer work just because of no job. So even for you to pay that person way, it's a serious problem. So you have a teacher. You have a teacher who made 10,000. Private schools. Oh, look, this country of ours is terrible. Let me be frank. And these are major issues. Private schools owned by religious people. They all do these things. They do these things. Because they join the government. What do you will do? So, Mona, for now 150, the government say you should pay your transport in at 150. For now, say 150. Another thing you get happiness. So, DSTV, what kind of thing I will forget about all these things. So, for you, no happiness in your life. Because nothing there about social in your life. Your life is just about being angry. No wonder why this country people are just so angry. Because today you tape it, today, like, in fact, you don't even tape it. And how we look, you tape it now. In fact, you can't even help family members. Man, people, what kind of country is this? That you're working, but you cannot help. You can't even be a help to oh God. I even want to even share tears. You work 10 years. No hay, no day. But politicians will get in power for 3 months. Their entire life change. They become celebrity. People who are riding the flashiest cars are celebrity. Politicians, you're supposed to be seeing the welfare of your people. But people make 48 million loss. Now the Senate, they are about to investigate, quote unquote, 200 million loss. So in this country, money here, but your people are struggling. Foreign people are overtaking this country, and they are paying our people little or nothing. And you think that all is well, just because all you do is your Lord Muna. Let me tell you, I also come to you before most of the lawmakers or in fact most of the government officials. If you see in the wallet, the least money you can see there is $50.
Definitely.
So you make yourself look like, let go, like for example, let go somewhere and give the people one back of then the tire crack come around you. Muna, I don't know how can people really feel, Muna, that you will be somewhere and people coming around you just because of little or nothing. You look, God, Father, this issue is getting serious. Liberians, I think, even if you have nothing to talk about, the issue of bad labor practices or protests is serious. Even if a 10 person working in this country, let the system be set. I told someone, I said, all these complaints that you're doing, oh, the government won't come down to her because they don't want for people to have a lose job. Okay, granted. What happened to the government itself? No. So for now, 150, you will pay transport. So if the 50 US go for transport at 50, then the food you will eat every no, the food that you will eat every day, and you're not seeing 150. Your happiness, that one, I don't even know what you're not seeing 150. Your scratch card, what are that? No, people are using free basic on the internet. Let me tell some of you, most of your family members you can see.
Yeah.
Most of your family members you can see, they are not happy. That's why, look, Wednesday morning, we will come to somebody. Some of you who have opportunity to help your family members, help them and stop selling them. Well, let me say 25. Look, this thing will not help. This thing, your card, because the country that I'm seeing, these people of ours, the leaders, they are terrible. They are terrible. Where in this world that somebody somewhere make 8,000, 9,000, and you have somebody making 150, and you think it's normal, Muna? Do you think, how can the people feel, Muna? But go ahead, Muna, because I'm really, really, I don't even know, but I'm very frustrated
But
with
it's not normal. It's just quite frustrating. It's just quite frustrating and disheartening. You will see government officials, lawmakers are going to sun for you. See the money they make, and you see people that are working very hard at the end of the month, and then you get them nothing that US. You're saying that 150 US. Then somebody can get 150 US. Then they say 4,000 labor take. That's when you live in Bravo, you come to work every day. That's it. You don't eat. You got children going to school. You renting. But nothing. We don't want to do anything. We just sitting. They enrich themselves. Then the citizens they are dying. Then we say we got militia labor in the country here. Go in some of the private sectors. You see how we're working. You see there how much they pay. How much they paying them? How much? When you come to work, you don't eat. You don't drink water. Then more, and when you see the money said again, you say when you see the money said, you just you just for show them more because when someone tell you hello, that problems because you thinking about your house, you thinking why you're working, why you're safe. Then we say when we reach ourselves, you see lawmakers pay that won't pay. You see government officials, they enjoying, the people are setting the suffering, the bad labor practices in the country, the bad labor practice. We got labor ministry, they only there and to seek their own interest. But they don't have time for you and I. They don't have time. You know what I mean? We're going to in the money. You going to work, some of your works now, no transport, your work to go to work. They want more, and you see 150. Looking at they have volunteers, teachers, and things. Volunteers, nurses. They ain't thinking about the CRB, they can pull up and get a good salary. But they're only there what they can get for themselves. What they can get. Look, you know something, what you saying, right? When you see the lawmaker and open water in for you, my brother. You said, chair, then we're running behind there. So not even eat, they ain't there. But they are enriching themselves. What we say they were suffering, they will say, get labor administration, they put enjoy, they enrich themselves. They will stay. You know, means some more and you get $9,000. Whole round month, LD, you get $90. It's now some place now $50.
But Mona, some people make 10,000 Liberian dollars.
Yes.
Some people make 10,000 Liberian dollars for the whole month. Look, let me be frank. People ask, saw one comment, somebody say, oh, look, I agree with you, Lucretia Gibson, that maybe sometimes we think that, oh, because the way our people are voting, but let me be frank, even in the US, people vote the way they want to, right? But what happened to the system? Mona? The system is the system, right? When I vote for Trump, and I vote for who, at the end of the day, the one that's supposed to make per day, that one will come to me, right, Mona?
Yeah, yeah.
So what we're saying, what we are saying, yeah, we're not saying what I for me, I don't get issue with people having their own choices or maybe whatsoever, but these things, I think our people, if they want to stand up for things, these are things that you have to stand up for and tell your leaders what you want, because this is embarrassing. That the same thing that happened to our great-grandparents, that yesterday we used to, you know, Muna, do you know that, Muna, that before we used to get angry with our forefathers that, oh, they were all the time, some of them, they were not able to even do nothing for us. And yeah, some of us too in the same situation. So if not for God and our own life that we put in together, Muna, that you just stated, people are making $100 per month. Where in this world? Someone eat $100 per day for lunch. See the kind of country we live in. So are you not creating anger? Are you not creating enemyship? Are you not creating tension for your own country? That you will eat $100 per day for lunch, but you pay somebody, says, look, even look, that the security people won't say I can really get a money. It's for the private. Look, the professionals, people are struggling. Somebody will work 12 hours from 6 in the evening to 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Private security mail, he makes $60. But 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, people don't get paid. And you think it's normal. You think that people should live by these things. You think that is good. And you bluffing. No, what are you doing? Sometimes I can be wondering as to what kind of leadership these people are really providing for our people, Muna. Because the people are hungry. And you look neat. You well dressed. You have your flashy car in front of them. And they are clapping for you. To you, you think that is normal. Your child going to school. The child research that somebody wants salary. What kind of wickedness is that? This is total wickedness. Let me frank. Some of us, the opportunity we had today, we will talk about all these things where they will move from here. At least people will say yes. When maybe when we're having that opportunity to talk, we talk. And that's just this thing affects everybody. But the government is a champion for bad labor practices. The government is glaring. You ain't got to tell somebody what kind of work, what kind of qualification does someone have that their generator will take 3,500 USD per month. What kind of qualification? Are they scientists? Okay, granted. The Decent Work Act talk about skilled and unskilled people. People who have to survive. People who have to live because they have their family to take care of. They can be liability to you. So the only thing you can do is for you to be able to put that good system in place to say, okay, since this person is unskilled, they will be able to get at least 200 or 250. Let me tell you, some of you, maybe you don't know today. We're making the foreign people rich and we're making our own people poor. Government, why are you behaving this way to your people? Why? Government. Because let me tell you, you know, Mona, this thing we're talking today is shameful, it's sorrowful, and it is embarrassing. Some of us today, the reason why when we go out today is because you go out, Mona, with all your name, you go out. Somebody just hear your name. In fact, they won't see you with car, but you don't have a car.
I'm telling you, what see you.
And you will sit there until one politician. You will see, you will be there until one politician feels sorry for you one day. That one I hear some people, some of you are I don't know, the John the list, some of you are this and that. So look, just thank God that there are good people out there in the media who can even talk. But some people, they can't even stand it. Let me tell you, maybe you don't even know today. Let me just tell some of you today this is so you can know. Some of us, what we can take, some of our media colleagues, they can't stand it. So they will go.
They can't stand it. What?
They will go. And they will go elsewhere. Politicians will use them and they will come back to you and tell you that there's something that they won't happen to you. Hey, and we tell you, and for example, maybe I'm finna going to another place. They give me a car, they offer me, they will tell you, hey, maybe I'm not jump over. That's the thing. Because why? People can stand the frustration, people can stand the intimidation, people can stand all of this stress. You finish working, you go home. No electricity because why? You don't have money to put in the meter. You don't even have access to DSTV. You don't even have access to water. You don't even have access to nothing. Then what kind of life you living? Mona, go ahead. I mean, see how bad to set up for the news bulletin, but go ahead, Mona, because there's salary issues.
Okay.
It just across.
No, see what you saying. Very serious, dude. You see people walking the street talking. They walking talking in the street. Look, we suffer in this country. They suffer in this country, not easy. But our leaders, they are enjoying. And we're really beyond it. We're hungry, we're really beyond it. We hungry. The place who sleeping to pay the rent or something else. But we're singing praises beyond it. When you wake up beyond it. You're like every day going in and gonna get you. Father. But we're hungry. You remember when the country you're suffering? When we get old before that time, they walking, they should talking, sometimes they forget about themselves, they forget that they on road. Car will be blowing their horn and thing. And someone killing and knock them. Because they're thinking about all the problem. How you going home? The way when you rent it by year to end already, year to end. Then the rentage, you think about how to pay. Children sick. They don't go up, they get treatment. Then we say, changing government, changing people. Nothing is happening, but we'll cause our own problems. The bad labor practices into all the in the country, in the foreign countries, they enjoy it. And so what I won't be serious. We won't be our politicians then. You won't be productive. When they tell you they got some poor, even their money, they ain't pour food, they ain't pour food on the table yet. They're thinking. But they're working, you know. They're going to work soon the money. They're going to work. At the end, so you go tell you go credit somebody money that interest, you have to put interest there. And even they pay you, take it, and I mean risk that amount. Sometimes all your pay will lean out credit. Then you think of all the stuff for how you going home. You take it a day and no money. We don't care about our citizens. We don't care about us. Yeah. Right? Some will listen, will do nothing. Some of us won't do anything, will listen. Some of us are parents, nothing want to do. Won't want to do anything, we listen, nothing want to do. We listen, some of us, nothing want to do. We just sit down and run behind politicians, some will get their mobile money. Then ear mobile money. They'll send me $1,000 but on it. Some of us won't do anything. But when we see poor people, they're struggling to make it for themselves. Then when we see people saying, what are taking now? That's what they see on table. What are taking now? I have to say that you don't burden or you invited them. But the country, the hardship in the country not easy. The hardship in this country, they're not easy. Then the government said, then they buy the practices. The hardship in the country is easy. Because somebody walking in the street talking by themselves. Talking. How would they go home? Hey man, you working more and then people say you working. Job with the name, my job with the name. But you're not easy, you know. Job for the name are working.
And that's the kind of society that we found ourselves in, that even if you go to work, there, for example, if you pay your way to go to work, you get zero. Nothing that day when nothing work out for you, that means you had to go back somewhere to credit. If you had to credit, these are reasons why you see most of our sisters have been used. You know, people use them back to back. A lot of abuses. You know, people look for a job, they don't even get job. They get job, no salaries coming in time. Look, this country of ours, I see some of you blaming people back to back. Look, you may be right because why they are not standing up. I will agree with you on the other side. But you see, sometimes, you know, nothing lasts forever. You know, that's the thing I notice. Nothing lasts forever because the politicians, they make the system in a way that our people practically worship them. You know, that's the kind of society that we live in today, that people have to worship people before, you know, they make the country look like, all right, so what we do is that let's go to church because if you go to church, that's the only way that maybe your life will get better. No, you have to work. And when the people work, I saw one video on the internet about one of pastor, you know, when the people work, that's how they will survive, that's how they will eat. You got to work. We're not doing no spiritual food. We're not giving nobody spiritual money. You're not giving nobody spiritual horse. Nothing. You got to work. And when the people work, then the people be able to get what they work for. For these things, every time government, tomorrow, minister, labor said they're going to, that's scam. Let me tell some of you today, don't even listen to these things. Even they're going up and down. What's the impact? What's the impact? No impact because they're not sinning. You have to set a benchmark that even for store boy, now for example, for store boy should be able to make not less than 100 or 150 or 200 per month. Just for store boy, or the least should be 200. So the only thing you would do, let me tell you, you're not gonna be wearing your clothes, people seeing you up and all that thing now showmanship. Now what you're gonna be doing, so you're the whole government labor people. That's king. So the showmanship, now what you're gonna be doing. Y'all go places, You all go there, and let me tell you, you don't even have to be balancing yourself up and down as long as your system is robust. As long as your system is robust. The first thing, you will clean your house first as the government. You will clean your house. Across the entire government entity, nobody will make not less than 300. That's your benchmark. So you see right there? Across the entire government entity, government will pay every month the 25th. That's your system. So tell me, if you have these things in place and you're doing these things every time in time, what kind of private institutions that will want to treat people any kind of way they want to? No, because they already see you as an example. So they will follow you and do the right thing. What government look at it, we can pay somebody 90, 75, 80. Thank you, my brother. You're right. We in the modern slavery. That's true.
Yeah, sure.
So you're right. This is slavery. Let me be frank. Wherefore, they won't. Let me tell you. You know, in the Bible, yeah, that one I talk about Bible. They say when you work, you should be able to get your master. That means your bossman or whosoever should be able to pay you the thing you work for. Then they give it to you so that you can be able to have happiness. Because if you don't get money, that's why you see most of the family lives nowadays, there's always tension. People are fighting, wives and husbands, no understanding. Because no money. No money. So because of that, people let me you buy. Look, now I can be telling some of my brothers and sisters. If you see people, maybe something when they're committed to you for something, don't get vexed. The thing they call poverty is a serious disease that some people can miss, especially hunger. When who want to stay hungry, who want to be maybe hungry for the next 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, who want to do that? Nobody. You don't get current to your house, or in fact, no, let's say that, no television home, no, you don't even have DSTV, nothing. But you want to be getting involved with the people, oh, yeah, my grandson, who was, even myself, yeah, I was saying that. Yeah, I mean, I'm suffering too much, man. I'll be from go man there. I think 2 more minutes to go for the news bulletin. But we are suffering.
Yeah, go for the news bulletin. Yeah, so.
Yes, indeed, Mona. We are struggling.
Seriously, maybe it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
It's just everywhere, even to the extent that people will even insult you. Somebody will tell you that you won't go. That's the kind of no job protection.
Nothing.
What kind of country is this? Yeah, I got me thinking, what are these people really doing? Every time they ride flag cars, they're going to the tomorrow again, they're going there tomorrow. Tomorrow they're going to session again tomorrow. What are you going to do there? When the life of your own people, they are even more than spectators. We are spectators. Let me be free.
Oh, spectators. Wow.
In fact, we pass spectators
in our own country.
In fact, we've been feeling participate because spectators, in fact, they can be around the field, right? And be seeing a game. Well, the way we are right now, I think we will be, because it's terrible that one Lebanese man will come from somewhere
and we peeping
and become millionaire yet. But when you go for a Liberian to even go to so many banks, to even credit or to even take loan, to even get you business, what kind of country are you running? What kind of country are you running? That everything is in the hands of foreigner. You see everything, no man. You gotta go ahead. Now you know the party for the CDC. Now ANC for the CMC. Jesus. Okay.
We're not in the field, we're outside the field. Then we'll peep into the walls, we're spotting. We're outside the field, we're spotting.
Because Mona, in fact, when I move on the show, I'll go ask one of my store friend. I think in been working with our store for more than 10 years now. I can still remember when we moved here 2013. I met him at the store there. In fact, it's still on there. I will ask him today. Yeah, maybe tomorrow, because I think Elena is going with it. I will ask him about life and something. Because Mona, I feel sorry for Even the company, the money company, all these people, everything hear noise, be mountain or this one. That is some wickedness. Why not where people going for, yeah, man, no happiness on my people, you're managing. So you're gonna get vest. So when your website or your all right, so we are about to go for the news bulletin, people. Thanks to all of you. After the news bulletin, we'll come back. We will talk for maybe 5 minutes, then we'll open the line so that we can hear from all of you. But actually, we're in a very serious modern day slavery. Let be
Yes,
friend. That's just the
definitely.
fact. Don't allow anybody to lie to you. All the people, nothing they're doing here, they're just wasting our time. But bye bye for now. Let's go for the news bulletin.
Example of news presentation where truths are told. We lead by example and others follow.
Good evening, RCR News Bulletin at 7. I'm Akita Robert presenting. President Joseph Boakai has reiterated his administration's commitment to transforming the country through the arrest agenda for inclusive development. The University of Liberia has described as fake news plans to drop about 8,000 students for alleged fraudulent admissions in the school. The government of Liberia has delivered a second batch of vehicles to the Circuit Court judges to boost the judiciary efficiency. Out of Liberia, former U.S. President Joe Biden, 82, has been diagnosed with prostate cancer that has spread to his bone, the statement from his office said on Sunday. These are the headlines. Now the news in detail. The government of Liberia has delivered a second batch of vehicles to the Circuit Coast judges to boost the judiciary efficiency. The new vehicles, which were provided to the Circuit Court judges, is also intended to reduce overuse of private vehicles and magistrates' transport struggles. This marks the second round of vehicle procurement in less than 6 months. The new cars are modern with safety features and comfortable interiors, helping judges travel more easily and meet up with their court schedules. The government, for it, stated that judges often face transport challenges, especially during bad weather or when handling important case files. President Joseph Boakai has reiterated his administration's commitment to transforming the country through the arrest agenda for inclusive development. The president wants members of the cabinet to be efficient and proactive if the government must achieve its development plans. Speaking at the cabinet meeting on Monday at the executive mansion, President Boakai underscored the need to ensure the clean and green Liberia through improve sanitation. He made specific reference to the Pakapi Junction area in Painesville, where people are selling charcoal on the main road. The Liberian leader said it is not suitable for the city. President Boakai, amongst several things, called on government officials to take public functions seriously, thereby reiterating his government commitment to bettering the lives of the ordinary Liberians. The University of Liberia has described as fake news plans to drop about 8,000 students for alleged fraudulent admissions into the university. Social media got flooded over the weekend with reports of UL's decisions to remove about 8,000 students from its enrollment database, thus sparking panic among students and the public. It comes when students of the university are already in high spirit for their final exams for the first semester of academic year 2024-2025. However, in a phone-in conversation with Lux FM on Monday, Vice President for University Relations, Norris Twe refuted the report, stating that the school has not made such decision lately. VP Twe encouraged students of the university to remain focused on their exams and not to be distracted by any unverified information regarding the university. He continued that authentic news about the entity is always published on its official website and other platforms. The Euro official spokesman further explained that at no time has conversation of such nature been held at the management level of the institution. Chancellor Norris Twe further stated that the University of Liberia will not hesitate to take action against anyone involved in violation of the institution's enrollment policies. The Liberia National Police has strongly rejected recent allegations circulating on social media, which claimed that the police invaded the headquarters of Stand on Saturday. According to the Liberia National Police, these accusations are entirely false and misrepresent the routine enforcement operations they conduct. In a press statement release, the LMP explained that on Saturday, their officers were engaged in a scheduled motorbike enforcement operation in restricted areas. This initiative, according to the LMP, has been constantly enforced to regulate motorcycle movements in designated no-go zone for public safety and compliance with existing laws. The Liberia National Police noted that during the enforcement action, officers observed a group of motorcyclists following a musician in the area, which prompted their movement towards Stand. They emphasized that their presence in the area was strictly due to the enforcement operation and had nothing to do with Mr. Moba Malu or his organization. The LMP clarified that at no point did police officers raid, stormed, or invade any establishment, including the Stand headquarters, as has been reported in the public domain. The release accused the Stand boss of repeatedly making what the term as baseless accusations, including for his claims that Deputy Inspector General of Police, Councillor Nelson Freeman, whom Moba Malu alleged deliberately hit motorcyclists with his vehicle. Additionally, the release quotes Moba Malu as publicly accusing the police of stealing him when that's with the intent to harm him. Meanwhile, the police have committed themselves to enforcing the law with professionalism, integrity, and impartiality. The head of the West African Examination Council, WACS in Liberia, Del Boto, has issued a strict warning to school and students across the country regarding the issue of flexibility fees and the practice of student camping. His comments came during an exclusive interview following the first day of the national examination. Boto clarified that WACS has not publicly called that has no policy or agreement that includes flexibility fees, stating firmly that all examination fees are covered by the government. He urged parents and students to refrain from paying anyone claiming to represent WACS or suggesting that they can provide exam answers for a fee. Any attempt to solicit money on a such pretense should be reported immediately, but to emphasize assuring that action will be taken against those caught in the act. The WACS board urged to maintain that schools funds in the practice of camping will face serious consequences, including the cancellation of students' resorts. Meanwhile, the Boto urged candidates to concentrate on their studies and maintain integrity throughout the process. Former Maserati County District State Representative candidate Wakidolo Kamara has condemned recent altercation between Representative Samuel Enders and the Chinese national in the district. In a viral social media video, Representative Enders and the Chinese national were seen in a heated argument, something which led to a fifth fight. Reacting to the incident over the weekend, Wakidolo Kamara termed the incident as disturbing, describing the lawmakers' action as a violation of the rule of law. According to her, engaging in physical aggression reflects the grave misunderstanding of the responsibility entrusted to the district's lawmaker, stressing that it raises questions about his ability to represent the district. She noted that as the highest authority in the district, it was prudent to have taken a role that's a more severe approach instead of engaging into fist fight, something she described as embarrassing for the district. Out of Liberia now, former U.S. President Joe Biden, 82, has been diagnosed with prostate cancer that has spread to his bones, a statement from his office said on Sunday. The discovery was made on Friday after he reported urinary symptoms, which led doctors to find a small nodule on his prostate. The cancer is a more aggressive form of the disease, and Biden and his family are reviewing treatment options, the statement said. He left office in January as the oldest serving U.S. president in history, and questions about his health dogged his first term, leading him to end his run for re-election late in his campaign. In Sunday's statement, Biden office said last week President Joe Biden was seen for a new finding of a prostate nodules after experiencing increasing urinary symptoms. After the news broke on his diagnosis, the former president received support from both sides of the aisle. To end this newscast, a recap of the top stories we have been following. President Joseph Boakai has reiterated his administration's commitment to transforming the country through the Arras Agenda for Inclusive Development. The University of Liberia has described as fake news plans to drop about 8,000 students for alleged fraudulent admission. The government of Liberia has delivered a second batch of vehicles to the Circuit Court judges to boost the judiciary efficiency. Out of Liberia, former U.S. President Joe Biden, 82, has been diagnosed with prostate cancer that has spread to his bones, a statement from his office said on Sunday. That's our CR News Bulletin at 7. I've been Akita Roberts.
And so I want to make these as my initial remarks, but I want to say generally that it's a very, in spite of what follows here, it's a very good impression about some progress that have been made. The country is open. We have to feed our ministers and our agencies.
Yeah, let me see what Amuna is set and ready. Okay, good. All right. Yeah. So Mona, we're back after the news break, and thanks to all of you, those of you who are holding on. And I guess some of you that you enjoy the news bulletin and so forth. So we're just showing, or if I were highlighting some of the happening from the president's meeting not too long. Happened. I think that's a tech cabinet meeting, right? No meeting waste. You know, because you better stand up. Oh God. Well, anyway, Mona.
Maybe I'm here.
Mona, we're back. I was just showing a video of your presidents having cabinet meeting, and the meeting, I think they concluded already. I think they done
I've
already.
not I tell cabinet meeting.
Their cabinet meeting in 1 year time
One
without
year time.
no dismissal, nothing. And just move anyway. That look, that's the leadership some of you like. People who will just shan you, the president said, Mona, we let the shan woman to shan. They're going to just the Mona to have made that. Look, things that are eating people up. Then these people just go somewhere and live. And every time when there's meetings, the budget, let me tell you, maybe you don't know. Time for the kind of meeting that's on a small budget. Well, you somewhere. Some of you are work maybe 2, 3, 4 months without salaries. Nobody care about you. That's why when you do politics or when you are doing politics, remove the anger towards your fellow struggling brothers or sisters. No, because the politicians, they don't care about you. That's just the fact. They don't care about you. What makes this thing so difficult for our government to do? That today, the president can wake up today and say, moving forward, every government entity, whether you are minister, whether you are director, the highest salary will be 3,000. Moving forward, the datas, the salary will be 2,000. Moving forward, the PA 1,005. Then the nurses 500. Then you come down to the security and say, okay, yes, I think for all of you, the security officers, what are you? So let's start with private. If you are private, 300 across the board. What are you in police? What are you in immigration? What are you in LDA? What are you in Liberia National Fire Service? What are you in the AFL? Across the board, alone you are private. 300. For ranking officers, you can that one now, you can do it, no problem. People will not have issues like that. But if you are giving people little or nothing, people volunteers, people go out there. Look, no wonder why our school system, is just so messed up. Let me be free. Some of you sorry though, but that's the fact. You put out students from 12th grade that can even read from the letter. The person enter college. What do you think that person will do? Nothing. That's why people are not producing. Because the foundation that's supposed to be built is empty. Because the teacher not even happy. The teacher go to school, again, the teacher have their own problems. They have their own situations. Sometimes in their home, no food, nothing. Maybe the man and his wife, they have issues just because the house is empty. And they may continue to sacrifice. So what do you think that man will put out there? Nothing. Nothing. So as a result, people are just managing with life just because they want to please other people. Now, we come and having another meeting. Mona, what say you with a meeting? I think there's a third meeting now coming from our government.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But that meeting, we are going to that meeting. No good thing for the Liberian people. That going to that meeting. A special budget set up. That cabinet meeting. At the time meeting and in a cabinet meeting, you can see no good result. After that thing there, what else over there? Everybody receiving. So that meeting for the people themselves. For the people themselves. We're not for the people. Because we stay outside the field. Until we can prepare ourselves to get in the field, we'll stay there. We'll stay outside. We'll be spotting. And now outside the field, they can get some whole, and little You see, they put a one ad this part. Oh, so I think we go to the full lines to
Yes, we
yeah.
will do that, Mona. The certain thing I'm looking for. Somebody posted something about poverty, and that was just so magnificent. The person said, poverty, I'm still trying to get to it, but he said, poverty is the art of people, treating, okay, yeah, okay, thank you. They say, poverty is a violation of rights. And that's true. The reason
Yeah.
why we are poor, because people are violating our rights. You can't get salary. You even the salary you get it ain't even up to even nothing. So people
Again,
are
again, come in time.
is there
Again, even come on time.
you see it? So
Again, come
so
on time.
poverty is a violation of rights. Yeah, let's claim on them. Let's use them. Some of them, in fact, some of the people they even at the Capitol building there, they're clapping for some of the lawmakers. You're making 150. They're clapping for people. To do what? To do what? Then when they get you're about you people about maybe sometimes they have 10, 15, 20%, they get $100. How much are you gonna share? What are you gonna do for 15, 20, 25%? They make mockery out of you. Yes, sir, Chief. So practically we are worshiping these people just because they put us in poverty. So they violate our rights so that every time we see them, we always worship them. Chief, I mean, I was doing my birthday. Boss man, what kind of life is that? Look, sometimes I can feel that. I don't even know what kind of country is this. People put people in poverty so that they can worship them. This is very, very serious. Would I be frank? That people practically, you imagine.
It's a very serious thing. Very serious thing.
Some of the leaders, or in fact, some of the government officials, private entities, and so forth, the money they can carry for lunch, that one can even get to me. Muna, that's complete cruelty, wickedness to the higher level. That you go for lunch, you eat $100, but you pay somebody $60 for whole 31 days. Amen. Amen. What kind of wickedness is that? Jesus. Then the person continue, even the person had an issue to say, oh, my family member already the person sick. And he said, but what am I gonna do? It's not my business. Money ain't here, so I'm not getting money now until more end. Can you imagine? People are dying just because of frustrations. Homes are breaking just because of poverty. You are going to violate the people rights. You put them in poverty so that they can be worshiping you and be seeing you as a demon god. And that's the country we find ourselves in. So some of you who are worshiping politicians, who think that your whole life is just circle around political party, that because of the person. No, these people, they eat, in fact, they have, sometimes some of them have 4, 5 types of soup. Maybe you don't even know. 5 types of soup in their very homes. They don't even go dry. Well, some of you don't even have food to eat. You don't even have kobo money. But you will call and defend them. Me, Mabel, I'm on defend who? Defend. I want to see that person that I will defend. I want to see that person. I mean, I will go put my neck on champion and say, I defend him. No way. Because these people that wicked, look, until Liberians, you can stand up. Even some of you who love to protest, to do this, to do that. These are things that you're supposed to come out with. And let the government say that, yes, indeed, that you are serious. Because this is just too much. Few of people will get rich at the detriment of many of people. Every time you change new lawmaker, that other family, you finish making them rich. Then you that gave them the position, you made 10,000 Liberian dollars. The issue of labor is terrible for our country. That's why our people are not growing. People are working for years in, years out, and nothing they get to show. It's everywhere. Bad labor practices is everywhere. Nowhere.
Like every sector.
Government is the champion for bad labor practice. That government come out and tell me that I'm lying. So government, you are the champion for bad labor practices. That's why people, other entity, other, somebody, they don't care. No, sometimes visit some of the foreign people, visit some of the Lebanese people and see how they talk to your citizen. Just for 10,000 Liberian per month. But anyway, Muna, go to the line and be able to interact with our people. It is indeed frustrating that our people no happiness, no peace. He's sick. Just 100 US will kill you. 100 US basically you will die. Yes. So let me take call from my end, Muna, then you will take calls from your end later. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother, Mabel.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, Mabel, this evening your talking point is very important. Very, very important. Whatever happening in our society right now. Yeah, this is David King, and I do join you from my Spanish resident. Is it Mabel? I was listening to one of your sisters on the radio, and the people are saying the Liberians, and they say $200 million went missing. They say it vanished in this kind of economy where people finding it difficult to survive. Security personnel who are in the dark, in the rain, they are not being paid adequately. Nurses and doctors are not paid adequately. You got people who are 84 years old, all right? People who are supposed to be in retirement now. Those particular generation of people, they have come back to government where they got nothing to contribute meaningful to the society. What you have an 85-year-old man or 83-year-old man, 80-year-old man working in government at this time? Well, young people are graduating from various universities with 2-3 masters. These are people that we need. The reason why Liberia continue to retrograde is because the current government, they are very much insensitive to the plight of the young people of this country. This is why they will continue to do what they are doing and feel complacent with it.
All right. Thank you so much, David King. To Uncle Brian Tate. Good evening, Uncle.
Yes, neighbor, how you doing?
I'm okay though. Some of you now you already retired, and I know y'all went through the same thing. We are down it and one it swimming into the same thing.
Yeah, let me thank Muna, who always come on air and said that maybe when weather is giving you a hard time. So let me thank her so much. And let me thank all of you. Liberia by retirement policies. And not only this government, but year in, year out, Liberia have been having a bad retirement policy. There was some time you see people, they in government, they are 100-year-old, they still want me in government because when they out of government, they will not get anything. Even the handshake they're talking about up to now, some people they probably handshake during weird time up to now, they are not how they are going handshake. So these are concerns for government not address this thing because we have election, or manifesto. We didn't get national policy. We always have the weather. Climate is still long, but weather, we look them, they come into rain. Sometimes they rain well away. These are some of the things. But my concern is the smart radio in Zoedru. I want to thank the PUL leadership and Alico for consuming their time for the last 48 to 72 hours in Grand Gideon, particularly in Zoedru, to settle the dispute between the contending forces over Smart Radio. Smart Radio have been a radio station that stood the test of time, giving people messages, in our communities.
All right.
To thank them so much that they have resolved the issue. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Uncle. To Charles Cooper, one of the teachers of Liberia, and we've been teaching I know how many years now, and I sense your frustration. But my brother, good evening.
Good evening, Mabon. Yeah, like you said, I'm Charles Cooper, a professional classroom teacher for the past 16 years now. That's what we've been doing. But Mabon, like you said, labor issues have become labor pain matter. When it comes to labor in our country, every one of us feeling the pain. And especially the setup we find ourselves in as teachers is pathetic. As a young person, if you decide to get into the teaching arena, it means you have sacrificed yourself altogether because you can work for over 15, 16 years to read bicycle. It's difficult, especially when you start to make family and you have other responsibilities. Like you said, even when you are working, your family think that you are me.
Oh yeah. Yes,
Yeah, you don't even the salary you are earning maybe before the month ends. If you look at your reason, every day teacher got to eat maybe around 250 for reasons. Then imagine even you pay $1 for copy daily, and then you sit down, you subtract your copy and the reason because you are a teacher, you almost like a student too. You need reason every time because you can't be hungry in the classroom. Some of our neighbors we went to it and we there affected one way or the other, and we are still sacrificing for this country. But like you said, even the teachers are the one who make the politicians. But when they get there, they turn their back on the very teacher who make them. You know, the teaching profession is a mother profession. It is from the teaching profession that all other professions derive. But teachers have been looked at. Maybe I've been on the radio more than 5, 10 times. And then advocating for the Professional Teacher Association, like brother, no teacher who earn a BSc should make less than $500 in gross salary. Maybe imagine if you end up BSc, you went to school for 4 to 5, 6, 7 years, you end up BSc, you cannot make $500 in this country. But the politician who did not even end up BSc, but he got a political accommodation job, is earning over 2,700 as an assistant minister, and minister get almost 5.
Some people making 4,000. Thank you so much, my brother. Chat to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, my dear. Go ahead quickly. Your name and from where you join us.
Thank you for the topic. This is so maybe the issue of the unpaid people, why you gotta do it for that age?
Who is?
Well, somebody drive the Lancet, he let somebody who is 80-year-old who are not going anywhere.
My brother, go ahead, man.
Yeah, well, and then we want to discuss the issue, we discuss Liberia. All the time, I did not call President Pagani. I don't know what.
Let's go ahead now. Don't come distract us back. Let's go ahead. I'm saying what you want to say. Go ahead quickly, Chief. So you can go ahead, please.
Maybe I'm making my point. If you want to call me in work on your show.
No, I said go ahead. But you want to make confusion with the man? That's what I'm saying. No, go ahead, my brother.
I'm making confusion. I'm making my point.
Okay.
I'm making a point.
Okay, go ahead.
We're talking about the country, then people say the age. You know, the country issue, people want to break it on the people. Other people will come and say that other people will do it. That's the only way. Let's discuss the issue. If simply you're working now, you are somebody not making the same salary. Even the man who is CEO that get a play, you and the man who not making the same salary. No matter you cry for now, the judgment day, move on. That man will you make the same salary. I don't know why you do, you calm down. Even without believing that own station, you and I know the salary, go calm down.
So we're talking about the labor system and not about who not make. And anyway, thank you. Maybe you want to. You won't be defending. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Michael.
Yes, go ahead, my dear.
I'm calling from Lower Johnsonville, Waka community.
Thank you. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, my brother. Thank you for the information this evening here, and I was from Grand Gila. When it comes to the labor issue, the education sector is one of the bad labor practicing sector in Liberia. Can you imagine somebody teaching a class, they'll be teaching or self-contained, making 6,000. It means you go to class from 8 o'clock in the morning up to 4 o'clock, but you're making $6,000. And then the administrator will be charging each student about $30,000 to $35,000. Then the person who teaching self-contained will be teaching almost 15 to 20 students in class. But one student's school fee cannot pay that person, but you sharing that person salary into that amount to give them 6,000. So thank you for the discussion.
Thank you, my dear brother. Let me move straight to Pascal Davis. Pascal, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my brother, go ahead.
Thank you. I don't know why people get angry. You say the president is idiot. How is that not a joke?
how you get angry when we say Pajohana's machine makes 3,000 US, and a police officer who risks his life every day and less than 200. A teacher who goes to work every day, who is the barometer of ideas, makes $100. On call will say, Mr. Barker, it's 80 years you get there. You will get there as long as he is president. So I don't know. People are unemployed or just employed. Absolutely. How can a man who is a teacher, a police officer, an army personnel who goes to work every day, sometimes pay his own way to go to a phone and come back for 38 or 31 or 38 days, makes $100 or 200, you have to do rent, you have to do filling, you have to do transportation, and a man who goes to work with the government card and found to him, who has an allowance and all of those things, scratch card, but the machine makes 3,000 US, but you don't want to come on the show and talk about it. You get there with him as a bank. Yes. How is that something to make you angry? Is it not he is? You didn't tell us hearing at 80 years you're going to vote for him? So when you get in there, this is a government that has come to change, a government that has come to rescue people. But yet you got people in the same government who are making more than 5, 8, 9, 10,000. The president who's supposed to be the chief architect of teaching the country at that age is riding a luxurious car that worth millions of dollars. But you get angry because you need tea.
All right. Thank you so much, Pascal. Today's caller, good evening.
Neighbor.
Yeah, my dear, go ahead.
Let me say good evening to his SLSA President Barker and Simona. So this is some of the Keba from Prophet, this is 17. Look, there are times we listen to you people and we stand by you because you were here yesterday on Joshua, criticizing Joshua constructively. What's that? I mean, what are you insulted as some people do to the
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
It is Paula want to behave like they want to mock at the officer. It began a problem. What do I mean? Somebody just left it alone and listen, issues of salary across government. I intend to ask a question, right? Who harmonized the people's salary when Ellen was there? Even though Joseph Boga, his excellency, honor obligation to increase civil servant salary as it was pre-doing campaign process, which of course I'm listening to that. But guess what? Sector of government or our government have been captured, certain sector have been captured when it comes to pop, all right? So it has not been holistic. It's a matter of time. All we can say to people, we gotta be patient how the government will operate peacefully. Now, the security sector, the health sector and the education sector have been captured when it comes to salary addition. So I think people who led the country for 6 years, who had the operation which against our people, which all of you preach again, we want to come to the public and want to buy public sentiment only because they are opposition. You can say what you want to say to Joe Boga if you want to insult him, up to you. Like,
all right.
Go after you as an
all right, thank you so much. Saying you come, you don't want to be discussing that kind of issue. Some of you, let me tell you, before I cross over to Agamuna, this thing we're talking here today, that's why I mentioned the two of you. If it's especially the two political parties, you're not serious. Some of us we want our life to move forward. Say some of you think that poverty is just your own way of life, because that's what some of you are doing. Because you love poverty too much, so you just want to pay things to your leaders or to your political party. For some of us, we don't believe in these things. All we believe in is better life for ourselves. So yeah, Muna, I don't know whether you're ready now for the take calls.
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead, my dear.
Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
You're live. Nima calling from where?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Gabriel Budio and I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Let's hear you.
Okay, first of all, I want to commend people for the show. Thank you, Errol, so much for enlightening the mind of the people. Because always you on the show, the white girl, trees, some things, and always bringing it to the hearing of the people of the country. You see, this is the country, yes, free Liberia here. Our government, whether the part of the present government that they're killing us. For the fact that when, according to our recent census, we are about 5 million some people. Okay. Now when you check the lawmakers in Liberia and their activity, I don't think they reach 1 million. And just that kind of few number of people consuming the economy of the country and the masses get suffering on a regular basis. Money where somebody needs, a whole family needs 10,000 to start losing in life. Somebody money in a more time. Yes, in a more time. You see? So our government, they are evil to us. They are not wicked, but they are evil. They are evil.
Thank you.
They destroy all, they killing all, and so on. You know.
Let's hear you can so the entire Katimana as do. Let's say football compared to the right thing. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I bring in a pleasant evening to all of our panelists. Upon this evening from my Jensenville community.
Okay.
Thank you. I have a question for all of us, including the panelists. Where in the world somebody will tell you, I am living by credit, but give me power to transform your life? Where in the world ever saw that happening? You instructed a person with power who told you they were living on credit and you are trying to transform your life. You will be dreaming. Because he or she will first transform their life. Now, what is frustrating is, Kelly and that of George Weah, they have no experience in governing. You, when you came with 42 years of experience to transform the lives of the Liberian people. We are not saying, telling George Weah government was bread and butter or chicken. No. In fact, they were the most corrupt government in the Republic of Liberia. Now that you came in to transform everything around because of your experience. But again, the word rescue, they sat down and calculated that we are going to rescue ourselves. Most especially I who have been living on credit, I'm going to rescue myself because I had no intention to go back and I got no other place to go for rescue again.
Thank you.
If I miss the opportunity, I will not get it in my life. That will manage our expectations. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling this person. Good evening.
Yeah, Muna.
You are live.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you to the issue that I'm having Johnson calling from people district number 40. I'm not district things.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, you see politicians they are wicked. They still that right now, they just doing things to make people to see bad. You can't be paying somebody up to 15 tax and paying somebody less than $100 that your loan alone for you and your friends to go have fun. Is that money that person's planning for to go pay their school fee, they can't get it. Then when we try to talk about it, and people try to talk about somebody's age. Yeah, the age that's something because you can be 18 years old and you now want to take care of common business. You want to executive order say all Liberian citizens that are below $1,000 to be able to take $250. The president get the power to do it. And the proper thing, where the money is there. If they can find money to supply party Honda more than 3,000, if they can find money to be able to give it to other people free, a 200 million can lost on the budget, a 48 million can lost to Josiah Joker, and they say they want to raise money to pay people. The people being wicked, they can't rescue themselves.
Thank
They
you.
don't do anything for the country. They just be selfish. But God will punish all those people. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling 0881 14 35 04 0776 105 105 0881 14 35. This person. Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening, you're live. Name and calling from where?
Well, this is a very interesting issue. My name is as Material Chat. Well, we're not supposed to be complaining. We're not supposed to be complaining. You know, when we were discussing Liberia politics here, we were telling them that
the rescue team can make fun out of us. But they don't listen. And they said, according to them, and I quote, they said, George, we are government. They reduce their money down to the nurses and all the government officials. They say they reduce their money. So rescue team tell me to focus that they're going to increase their money into 2 categories. And now as I see it, they increase it into 4 categories now. So I don't want people to be yummy or here. We have been telling them no work. Here we say now we're hungry. So it's better. Let's carry it to the store, to the now. Let's carry it 4 years. We tell on it. Let's keep it on. Yo, that's about again. Let's go on. Let's enjoy Liberia. Let's free. Thank you for Unity Party. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Wow. 08814. Let me take 2 more calls and I'll go to Mayborn to get our calls from our international group. Wow. Good evening. You're live. Name and calling from where?
And good evening to the Sktvlib team. My name is Jala Bagwan. I call from Kingsville.
Welcome, Chief. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I heard you talking about bad labor practice. I mean the Sktvlib, which is quite true. But the problem we get in this country is that we are so deceitful. Very, very much deceitful. I said to say that there are some of your callers whose name I don't want to call, who are just yesterday supporting a government that did exactly what this government is doing. They're talking about police people pay, they're talking about military people pay, they're talking about teachers and lawmakers. They were there. When the people who are there today flag those things, they defended it. And today the very people who criticized it yesterday are doing it today. So the deceit in this country is too much, especially among the common people. We are too deceitful. That's the problem that we have. Nobody is willing to do anything good for this country. Even those who fight for a lawmaker, when we elect them, they get there. When they're campaigning, they will talk all the streets up, but when any of them get there, I heard them say, the salary are making too much. Let me reduce it to 2,000 or 3,000. None of them. No matter who the person is, none of them have done it. So, I mean, everybody is just crystal deceitful in this country. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Let me take the final person. Go back to Mayborn. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. You're live. Name and calling from where?
Mr. Barrett from Kula Bypass.
Mr. Barrett, let's hear you from Kula Bypass. Branch there.
I have one suggestion to be made to the people of Liberia, not even the government, to the people of Liberia. Okay, so my recommendation I have there is that we'll be talking and nothing will come from out of it. The only readiness that we have aspiration of this country is to have records random of this country so that we can reduce every training that the people are all holding in this country so that we can reduce the ages that they have to make in office. That's the only way that you will stop. Other than that, nothing will turn until Jesus Christ comes down there. That will still be the case. We can reduce the turning of the lawmakers, the president, the citizen, and everybody. That's the only way that the people will get to do. That's the best thing that the people of the country will do so that everybody will be on their guard. Because look at Senator 9 years. And 9 years that the first 2 years they don't do anything, but the last year now you will spend all what you have to do so that people will carry it back again.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. Maybe it's back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Muna. Let me take a few calls, then we'll call it a day. We got to go to this call up quickly. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, my dear. Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us?
My name is Mahmoud from Body from Brooklyn. Today again, I mean, Sunday people can be better, Sunday people can be sweet. Today people are really better. When I say better, it means the problem in Liberia is in the bundle that is endless when you put it online. Like one caller said the other day, you were talking and then he got cut off. You say you put anybody in our studio to what they call. In fact, for the time they listen to Sktvlib, every period of time the problem is narrative. But to really come up with a concrete solution, what is the solution? Nobody can come up with a solution. Are we going to only be discussing the problem? And because today you people move in our studio, we bring the other people there, another border come, we identify all the problems from now to Jerusalem. we cannot find a solution. Are we not helping to find a solution? I want you people also institute can also, as long as you find the problem, you should be able to find a solution. I beg you. Thank you, bye.
Hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Migo.
Yeah, my dear, go ahead.
Yeah, Migo, thank you very much for the discussion. Migo, it is our Dennis family. I think the topic grounds for the private security within Migo. I think you want us to liberate or the private security people in this country. Migo, if you had a change, Migo, I was going to say you come to commit a junction one day and do your survey. There are some guys that are brought to the Indian or very material store. But some police people, some police guys, because some of those police guys who are commanded to the various depot, they go and establish friendship with the people, and I have people to serve as security for you. Maybe those guys are not in uniform. Those guys are there and start people store here, they start taking pay, and you know they put a good stuff in the father. Maybe I'm talking about the mainstream police. You were excited to put that depot as commanded before. Then guys can pay the police. Go in the store and take 3 more, 4 more salary for the people. Therefore, that you're working, no pay, maybe in subsequent time, maybe will come up with the people need. So that our product can feel fine in this country.
All right, thank you so much. So we gotta go. Let's use all of the little time and to the caller who always thinking that maybe you want to distract because okay, let me just take the last caller quickly. Hello to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, my dear, go ahead.
Thank you. Let me say good evening to the man. It is not 5 in the broadcast. This is William Coven, and I joined this conversation for this. Well, let me appreciate the guys for the talking point. You know, when we talk about society issues and how the these issues that affect every fabric of the nation, look, I think we got to be honest. Like, you know, we talk about unpaid, right? And job abuse, let's say labor abuse in the country. That was not just being allocated to government. Even in the private sector, in fact, we should start with the advocates. The media in this country is the chief advocate for all sectors, right?
Indeed.
So, okay. But then when we come to labor abuse, the media is the highest.
100%. That one I can assure you, yes, indeed, 100%.
Right? So I can assure that I got so many media friends, right, that we communicate. That media institutions that even pay people money, $30 to $40 every month. Why would you do that? Before we go to government, we need to put all of these things. So we got to be honest when we come to national discussion, that we should touch all fabrics of our society and all the heads and leaders or decision makers in the society to be steadfast to do the right thing. That the country will go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my dear, but I'll send you the last. Let me start with you quickly, then I'll go to Muna. So you're right. Let me be frank. The media is, in fact, into the same habit. But like I said, I don't know whether some of you still grabbing something. The government in fact, the government is the champion for all these things. So people are not afraid. That's just a simple thing, my brother. What more do you want us to say here? Yes, indeed. Where do you carry your case if people are maybe abusing you in that way by labor? Say, where do you carry your case? It's to the government. When you carry a case to government, what happens next? Either they drill you around until even yourself you get tired. So what we are saying here is that the government is the champion for all these things. If government do the right thing, the media you talk about today, yes, indeed, they are bad labor practices in the media. Who told you that it's not there? People, there are some media institutions where people are even doing volunteer work, and some media institutions even pay money on government. So you see, government pay people 150, some media institutions pay people 250, 300. So I hope they're grabbing something. So to that caller, my brother, that's the fact. The media institution, they will do the bad labor policy because why? The people will say, but even you throw United government, what do you blame? You blame the government. So to my brother who always call in and say, oh, you're always talking about things and you can't find solution, my young man. Let me tell you today, I know you always do these things for distractions. When the rain fall, let me just give you the parable. When the rain fall, it don't fall on the good and bad people, or maybe it don't do, or maybe pick and choose. Let me just say that way. It don't fall only on the bad people or only on the good people. No, it fall on everybody. So what we're discussing here today It's for you and myself. So you call here, instead of you saying something, you asking for solution. The solution is for government to do the right thing. We just stated that. At least the government be able to pay people at least $300 per month and stop paying officials 17,000, 10,000, 8,000. So just imagine somebody to have a free put. One of the, I don't know, director or working an office that the people have in there, the few times they were on social media that they put in again 4,000 USD just because they are political. I don't know person who close to somebody there. So they make 40. It ain't right. Then you're talking about your first solution. Okay, if you people not able the country, turn the country over to other people. That's just as simple. Because all these kind of excuses, some of you are funny. Maybe you're just talking about your person. Oh, so which solution? Which solution do you want? Don't call him and come in distracting people yourself and that they want to be distracting. Then let me respond quickly to the other callers. Some of the callers will talk about, look, you people who are CDC and United Party people, when you call on the radio, instead of you're going to the issues, you'll be thinking about this and that. Let me start off with CDC people. You are in power for 6 years. This thing happened on your watch and everything, you don't do nothing. Good. And the people came, they remove you. Great. Because why they say you're not doing nothing good. That's why they remove you. Now, you people that remove the CDC people from power just because they're not doing anything good, and you come here today, you're supposed to do the good thing that you remove the other people for not doing. So don't come here and come be talking about, no, there's no time. You can't be eating. People are hungry. Then you're talking about maybe you get the people, get what time? If you're not able to control, turn the control over. Simple. What kind of question is this? That people be defending their own property, but Muna go ahead, I've got to go. Muna?
Okay, let me say many thanks to our callers, listeners, supporters for always being there with SKTV. Do join us tomorrow, same time, same station for the program. Until then, Muna Lagri, I wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, my sister.
Please don't forget my request. Don't forget, please, my request.
Yes. Thank you. I will do that, Muna. Thank you so much. So people who got to go. Let me say thanks to all of you. Look, this thing is serious. In fact, just because of this, every Monday, we will come here with this. I know some of you, look, that's the bread and butter issue here. Like when some of you taking for joke. You're thinking a party business we're talking here? People are going through mental health. People are suffering. They're working, they can't take pay. You come here with party business. I ever say that what you eat when you go home. So do the right thing for the Liberian people. That's why the people gave you the power for you to do, for you to better their lives. So all of you who are shifting blames, every time you call, you want to be, the president, they don't know. We're not here for any kind of more excuses. That's why you were elected, to do the Liberian people job. Do the people job and do the people job. That's just as simple. Why some of you crying every time the CDC, so like every time we'll be on the radio, you'll be bringing your CDC and your party business. Somebody age, this and that. What I want all the thing, what all the thing for? We're talking about you working and making $50. Some of you are even working with so many lawmakers, and they pay you $75. But you sit there and call on radio just because you want to call. No, your life too gotta get better. So what are you going to school for? So that's what we're saying here. Every Monday, by God's grace, we will come here with a topic. Like some of you, it can go in your soul. And what we'll come here with every Monday. People can be struggling, they're working, and they can't get their salaries in time. You see it? So that's the thing, please. Thanks to all of you, our viewers, those of you who are also who are commenting. Rufus, Paul, Johnson. I know, I know from where you talk, man. We come here for Liberia. All in all, people have the right to say whatever thing they want to say, but when we have a specific topic, you go straight to the topic and forget about We'll be there, we'll be there. Thank you so much and good night from our end here. I'm Johnson Mabakula. I'll catch you when I catch you. That will be on tomorrow by the grace of the Almighty God. Good night from my end. Thank you so much.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who waiting to sell. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The brothers giving us the end of promise from them. The welcome and life with African.
I live for
Master.
Play Paris, who make you, I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can I say my yamu. And you say no money, and I you. And you love
Sktvlib, the best in Liberia. Sktvlib, the best in Africa. Sktvlib, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I dine ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I quantity ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I dine ya to money, and I salia ya to money, and I quantity ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget na ya to money. That's the thing, and I forget na. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktvlib, the best in Liberia. Sktvlib, the best in Africa. Sktvlib, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and I promise my best. The work with my life with African. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, Sano to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonk to Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktvlib, the best in Liberia. Sktvlib, the best in Africa.